Hello, my name is Lee Anderson. I am here today to talk about a questionable practice. This practice provides us great benefits, but it comes at a cost. The use of pesticides gives us plentiful, aesthetically pleasing food and prevents diseases like malaria. But the use of these chemicals has greater effects on our health and environment. I study sustainable agriculture at Bristol Community College. As well as having researched this topic, I am qualified to speak on the morality behind pesticide use. Is it ethical to use questionable chemicals on our crops to provide our food while jeopardizing our health and ecosystem? There is no question that pesticides benefit humans. They provide food security by reducing harvest losses. By eliminating weeds, pests, and diseases, the entire crop has a higher chance of making it to harvest. The more vegetables harvested, the greater profit for the farmer, and the more people are fed. Pesticides also protect human health. Diseases are transmitted by insect vectors such as malaria and are prevented by controlling the host, mosquitoes. And it's not just for insects. Chlorine is used in our water to kill bacteria, and disinfectants are used in hospitals. These chemicals greatly benefit our health by preventing diseases and protecting our food production. It is of interest as the farmer as well as the public to use pesticides, but at what cost? To some, the hazardous health effects outweigh the benefits of pesticide use. Quoted from the EPA's article, Pesticide Science in Assessing Pesticide Risks, Human Health Issues Related to Pesticides, the health effects of pesticides depend on the type of pesticide. Some, such as the organophosphates and carbamates, affect the nervous system. Others may irritate the skin or eyes. Some pesticides may be carcinogens. Others may affect the hormone or endocrine system in the body. A carcinogen is something that causes cancer. Compounds used in our drinking water, food, and even on our lawns cause cancer. These are all important systems in our body, and impairing them could be disastrous. Cancer affects a plethora of people, yet we are eating foods with residuals of and exposing pesticide workers to carcinogenic compounds. It doesn't make sense to use toxic compounds in the manner that we do, claim the benefit outweighs the risk, and eat the foods blindly. There has to be a better way. Not only are pesticides a risk to our health, but they greatly affect our environment. When using pesticides, we want them to only reach the target pest. This depends on many conditions down to the spraying technique. The pesticide either reaches its target pest, is absorbed into the soil, is transported, or is degraded. When it is absorbed, it binds to the soil particles. This allows the pesticide to be held in the soil, not reach the target pest, and be released later, which may bring pesticide levels higher. When pesticides are transported, they can be released to the environment through runoff or leaching. Both of these result in pesticides entering the groundwater and eventually reaching non-target species. Reaching the groundwater also means people's drinking water, and eventually the ocean, where aquatic species are severely harmed. Our ecosystems depend on the beneficial species within them. Although the species we are trying to rid is harmful, we cannot risk losing our beneficial species that are crucial, such as pollinators. Although we can't grow food being plagued by insects, we can't grow food at all without pollinators. Some pesticides also bioaccumulate in our bodies. For example, DDT, which has been banned, builds up in fat cells. Clearly, pesticides cause harm to our health, but why do we use them in the manner that we do? Industrial agriculture answers this question. Although there are regulations and pesticides are available to use, it doesn't mean that chemicals should be the first choice. According to BeyondPesticide.org's article titled Industrial Agriculture Practices Contribute to the Insect Apocalypse, industrial agriculture often places pesticide use as the first tool in the toolbox of possible fixes to pest problems. The ethical question of pesticide use relates to two ethical concepts: benefits and utilitarianism. Quoted from a Yale University webpage on human subjects protection and benefits, as described in the Belmont Report, obligates the investigator to follow two general rules. First is to do no harm, and the second is to maximize possible benefits and minimize possible harms. With pesticide use, we have definitely maximized possible benefits by following the rules on benefits, but we have not minimized possible harms. We still have great concerns to human and environmental health. It is right to attempt to maximize food security and minimize disease, but it is not right to subject people in the environment to potentially hazardous chemicals. Utilitarian ethics also considers the benefit and cost of a situation. It is known as the greatest good for the greatest number of people. Utilitarianism suggests steps for decision making. You first consider all possible solutions, then you list the pros and cons of each solution. Then you choose the solution that gives the most benefit, or pros, for the majority of people. When choosing to use pesticides, most people, mainly industrial farms, don't consider the harm it could cause. Both benefits and utilitarian ethics should be considered in decisions about pesticide use. The harm pesticides may cause to our health and environment is a large risk when pesticides are not always necessary. Methods that focus on prevention and put pesticides use as a last resort exist, known as integrated pest management. IPM takes our health and environment into consideration. It focuses on prevention, so chemicals are never the first choice. This method considers the rules stated by benefits and utilitarianism and is a solution to the unethical use of pesticides.